Our story begins on planet Gaia, a world similar to our Earth. It has barren deserts, lush forests, I said forests, and beautiful beaches. In the city of Midgar, the people thrive due to the production of the energy generated by the corporation giant known as Shinra, called Mako Energy. And though they don't quite know it, Mako Energy that they depend on so heavily hides a dark and terrible secret. And there are those who choose to rebel against Shinra in an effort to reveal them for the evil corporation that they are. There are also those who can speak to the planet and know the dark secrets of Mako Energy. Only they know the true peril of the planet. Here in the city of Midgar, we begin our story, our journey into the world of Final Fantasy VII. Deep in the slums of Sector 7, we meet a rebel group starting the mission of their lives, in an effort to stop Shinra from their ambitions. This is Avalanche. They fight in secrecy to protect life on planet Gaia from anyone who would threaten it, especially Shinra. This particularly dangerous mission required someone with the muscle and inside knowledge of Shinra. Meet Cloud, an ex-Shinra military soldier. Yes, the Power Corporation has its own military force, but more on that later. Since defecting from the military, Cloud has started taking on mercenary jobs. This is how he ended up here with Avalanche to do, well, the heavy lifting.
Nice and easy.
Don't think so.
So yeah, he's here to be the muscle for the group, but make no mistake, he is just here for the money. He makes it very clear that he is not here for the planet, he's not here for the group.
We're done.
My man just wants his bag. The other members of Avalanche, Jesse and Biggs, hack a door open. Just on the other side is the monstrosity that is a Mako reactor. The task ahead now becoming more real to the group, they press on. Barrett, leader of Avalanche, doesn't trust Cloud as far as he can toss him, and with those arms, I'd venture that's still pretty far, about 100 feet or so. He's wary of anyone who is or was ever connected to Shinra, and with good reason. He's deeply passionate about his cause and has dreamed of this day for as long as he can remember. Even with Barrett flying off the handle, Cloud remains calm in true militant fashion and presses on. Beyond the next locked door are some Shinra enforcers ready to take on the group. However, they close the door on Cloud, separating him from the group. The ex-soldier steps up in a 4-on-1 battle and handles it quickly.
We can take it. Make it rain.
It's over.
Yeah. Before moving forward, Jessie tries to shoot her shot with Cloud, asking if he and Tifa, an old childhood friend, are close. Cloud can't quite remember, but is interrupted by Barrett pushing on to the next phase of the mission. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to Avalanche, the Shinra Corporation is well aware of their infiltration of the reactor. And Barrett finally reveals the secret behind Mako Energy.
This sole purpose is to drain the planet dry. While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako is, don't you? Mako is the lifeblood of our world. The planet bleeds green like you and me bleed red. The hell you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me! You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
And more about the next 5 seconds.
Cloud really doesn't care, he's just here for his job. Mans has his eyes on the money, and I cannot blame him at all. Barrett and Cloud make their way further and further into the reactor, fighting bots. This sweeper thing, and avoiding some security lasers until they reach the very bottom where they plan to place an explosive to destroy the reactor core. Things are going smoothly and the timer is almost set, when they are attacked by the Sentinel Scorpion.
You double-crossing!
With no other options available, they must engage in combat with this mechanical security scorpion employed by Shinra. It's got missiles, it's got machine guns, and a deadly tail laser that can kill them in an instant. Their lives are on the line in this battle.
Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser.
Huh? So, what do?
Don't get hit.
It gives one last barrage before finally falling to the duo.
Shit, the bomb!
20 minutes until detonation.
After the battle ceases and the dust settles a bit, the bomb seems to have set itself.
You hear that?
Miraculously.
Damn thing showed you how it's done.
In a hurry, the group makes their way back up the reactor elevator, exiting in the nick of time.
Cocky little bastard, ain't
In the nick of time. The reactor core explodes and we are given a small glimpse of the evil that truly is Shinra.
Sir.
The way they play, the way they set them up is crazy. Oh, we're gonna break our own reactor. Way worse than you, baby. Endangering millions. Yeah. How about a whole city for people? Seriously, this is extremely dirty work. Rather than just capturing Avalanche, they would rather fully blow up their own reactor, cause more damage than Avalanche intended on, and blame the entire incident on them, turning the people against them. Further manipulating the people of Midgard to meet their own needs. The Avalanche team can't believe the carnage once they get back to the surface, knowing the damage that should have been done versus what they were witnessing, but being unable to explain how or why.
What if it was?
Left some of the members in doubt about what they were doing.
Merc's right.
Cloud and Barrett, on the other hand, were both ready to make any sacrifice for the job and for the planet. This is a good moment to really highlight Barrett as a strong leader. This speech gives me chills every time I hear it.
Y'all gotta look at the bigger picture here. Nothing worth fighting for was ever won without sacrifice. Though you may not be crying out, I know you're in pain, just like the planet. But it's okay, cause I'm here for you, to help take the load off your shoulders. Your fears, your worries, your concerns, and yes, your feelings. Whatever your problem, I got you.
With a few words, he calms the concerns of his team and gets them back on board.
What's our next move, boss?
That's easy enough. We get our asses home.
The team decides to reconvene on an oncoming train car. They split up to avoid suspicion, and Cloud ends up on his own. Of course. On his way, he runs into a familiar face. A face he knows he never should see here. Mysterious vision clad in black leather. Long silver hair and Mako green eyes. This is Sephiroth. Claiming to have killed him years ago, Cloud is freaking out pretty bad seeing him here.
I killed you with my own.
Sephiroth makes a plea to Cloud to help the planet.
Were the planet to die, so many things would be lost. Your hometown burned so bright.
Cloud eventually snaps back to reality and writes this off as a hallucination due to Mako fumes.
I'm seeing things. Fumes from all the Mako, maybe. All right, you got this.
That was a hell of a thing to just be like, I'm just seeing shit. That was a hell of a thing to go through. Just like, oh, I must be seeing things.
Here,
On his way to catch a train with the other members of Avalanche, he runs into a girl selling flowers in the street.
That depends
He
on
offers
the
him
customer.
one and decided that
In
Cloud
your
should get one at
case-
no charge, telling him about how lovers used to exchange them. Wink,
Lovers used
wink.
to give these when they were reunited.
Look, I'm involved in things.
Cloud does his best to scare her off, but she's not hearing it.
So,
So keep your distance.
Suddenly, they are both surrounded by hooded creatures and Shinra military soldiers. She runs off to a back alley, leaving Cloud to deal with Shinra in the usual fashion. He makes his way to a bridge and jumps down onto the train. Be safe. No idea how he knew which car they were going to be in, but we won't worry about that too much. It's a moving train. What did they expect to come through that door? After a short train ride, the team arrives at 7th Heaven,
What the hell you
bar
been up
located
to?
in Sector 8. The secret hideout for Avalanche. It's ran by Tifa, Cloud's old childhood friend we heard about earlier.
Daddy, you're home.
She referred him to Barrett for this bombing
Welcome
mission.
back.
Barrett continuing to be the best
You been a
character,
good girl.
picking up his daughter Marlene and entering the bar.
Oh, you did you?
It's nothing fancy.
Tifa and Cloud find some time
I was
outside to
thinking you
catch
could
up and
stay there
discuss
for
his pay.
The landlady's a
She
big
shows
friend
him
of
to
the
an
cause,
apartment
so
where
you
he
wouldn't
can
even
stay
have
at,
to pay
and
rent.
Cloud
Sound
starts
good?
to pressure her
Sure
about his
does.
feet.
If you want anything else, we can always
There
get
is
it.
one thing. My money. You guys owe me 2,000, remember?
They fucking pay me.
I do. And we'd love to
You might have
settle
guessed it
up,
at this
especially
point,
since this was your
but
first job
she
for
doesn't
us,
have enough to
but
cover it.
That's
She
sure about
promises that she will
Of
tomorrow
course,
after
as
collecting
long
some
as you
water
help,
filters
that
around
is.
town, which they do to get
Wait.
paid.
Then I'd have to pay
Cloud
you
then
for that,
agrees to
too.
work
Never
for free
mind.
No, 2,000
and
enough.
help collect his
That's what we
own
agreed
fee.
on, so that'll be the price. With what you
And
gave
had
me,
the
at least
smallest
1,500.
amount of pressure
You're the
and pretty
best.
eyes blink at him and folded like a
I'll see you
lawn
bright and
chair.
early at the bar.
What
then.
happened to being about the bag,
Thanks again
homie?
for everything. Sleep tight.
Went from pay me to simping real quick. After this discussion, Cloud gets some rest until the next day, where he meets the landlady, Marl.
Now you'd best get a move on. To
She
Seventh
rushes
Heaven.
him off to
She's
meet
got a head
Tifa at
start on
7th
you
Heaven
and
so
then
they can
some.
start their route of collections. Cloud is less than amused at the
Leslie
idea
can
of
make us
being
more money than
a
this place.
filter
And
salesman,
it's easy money too.
but he's really there
Buy new
just to make
filters,
sure people
collect the
actually
old
pay.
ones, and get paid.
Cloud's out here like, oh, what did I sign
Give
up
me a break.
for?
I'm not a salesman. I'm a soldier.
Which is why no one will refuse to pay. What do you say? Please?
Terrible. They wrap up collecting the money and take care of some side missions here and there to help Cloud gain some street cred as a mercenary in the area, since he'll be staying there for a while,
Probably nesting
and
in
head
the
back to
outskirts.
7th Heaven, where there seems to be a crowd gathering.
Stay away from me!
Enter Johnny, Avalanche fanboy who talks way more than he should. See, Shinra has reason to believe he's involved with the reactor bomb and drag him off. Tifa and Cloud decide to help him in case he starts talking,
We've
because
gotta
he
see
does
him,
know
Cloud.
a few
Is he
things about
Avalanche?
Avalanche.
He doesn't really know what we do. But he has his suspicions. And he's a talker.
They handle the guards and send Johnny on his way with a harsh warning.
What now?
Cloud unsure, he thinks we should just murder him because he's a talker,
No, you're not gonna.
but
Hold up.
Tifa
Wait,
convinces
don't-
him to
don't
just
do it,
send him
man.
on his way.
You want to live? Then get the hell out of town.
You got it, boss. You ain't never gonna see my face again. I swear.
All the good stuff.
Oh, sure.
Back at 7th Heaven, Barrett has wrapped up discussions about the next mission with Avalanche. They've decided to pass up on rehiring Cloud for the next mission, so Cloud leaves on his own after finishing his
Fine
drink.
by me. That's how I like it. No contract, no obligation.
Outside, he's met with some random thugs discussing finding someone.
Just shut up and wait.
Now, who could they possibly be looking for?
Seems like the boss always gives
If
us
you
the
want
most
to know,
shit
you're going to
task
have to come
assignments.
back for next
Guess
video.
that's why we're paid so damn much.
We'll see you next time.
I believe this is
What are
actually
you
a good
looking
time
at?
for me to